Did you know that the Bible tells you to not be a fool? Yes, yes, it does. Well, we're doing 31 days in the book of Proverbs, and today we're in chapter 9. And it talks about being foolish versus having wisdom, having folly versus having wisdom. And I want to ask you a question. If somebody told you today, hey, I will give you $500,000, no questions asked, nothing with it, but this is all I'm going to give you, this is it right here. Or if you wait until the end of the year, I will give you $20,000 every 2 weeks. No questions asked until you die. I will give you $20,000. You know what most people would do? Most people would say, I want the $500,000 right now. They wouldn't wait. And they wouldn't do the thing, the wise thing to say, hey, I will be set up for the rest of my life. That would be great. But they will say, no, I want this temporary pleasure right now so I can satisfy what? Me at this moment. And so that's what the word is saying, that folly, that foolishness is only temporary. But when you act in wisdom, wisdom is long lasting. So it can be easy to fall into foolishness because it pleases our five senses. It pleases our eyes, the things we hear, the things we eat, what we feel. It pleases our five senses. But it's not long-lasting satisfaction. It's temporary satisfaction. But when you do things the wise way, when you say, I'm not focused on the temporary things, I'm not focused on how I feel right now, this temporary pleasure, that will be long-lasting. It will last forever. Although initially, it may take a while to activate. You may have a learning curve. You may fall. You may get back up. But it will be long lasting. It will be long lasting. And sometimes that's the place where people fall because it's easy to abandon because you're like, it's taking too long. It's taking too long for me to get here. My process is taking too long. I don't know what the Lord is doing with me. So I'm going to fall back. I might as well sin. I might as well do this. I might as well do the foolish thing. But no, God says, if you wait on me, if you have that wisdom, it will be long lasting. And if you notice, it's talking about a banquet in chapter 9, and it correlates with what Jesus was talking about in a parable in Luke 14, verses 15 through 24, how he was talking about a banquet celebration and how many people were invited, but they never made it. Why? Because they were so easily distracted. Why? Because they wanted a microwavable process and not to be fixed in the oven. They started to get distracted with other activities, with other things that seemed to be important at the time, but they missed out. So God is saying, do not miss out because of foolish things. Do not allow your five senses or what's temporary right now to make you miss out on the long lasting thing. So it's good to have wisdom over folly. It's good to have wisdom over foolishness. So do not be a fool.